I'm free.
Yeah, have a little bit of a chat there with regards to what happened today.
So basically, he wanted the conditions under which I was to be released were 3 conditions. 1, I would accept that I'm delusional. 2, I would accept antipsychotic medication. And 3, I would accept some therapy. So I went in on the understanding that yes, the council should give me therapy. With all the paedophile information that I'm watching coming out that impacted my life, I definitely do need therapy, so I'm more than happy to accept therapy. However, I wouldn't accept the delusional diagnosis based on all the work I have had to do on myself in my life and how hard I've had to work for my mental health. We didn't discuss the medication, but we did look at the definition of delusional. So my definition of delusional was a belief that is unreal, holding a belief that's unreal. His definition of delusional was holding a belief that's unshakable. I did point out that my life's in danger. He was trying to insinuate that because I kept thinking about my life being in danger, I had an unshakable belief and I was delusional. However, wherever I go, there's 5G damage everywhere I go. Look, that bush over there is suffering from 5G damage.
Uh-huh.
Look at that tree.
Uh-huh.
We've had loads of sun this year. Look at the burning on those leaves there.
Uh-huh.
It's everywhere. And people are not seeing it. So he then proceeded to feed information that I hadn't given him, that he's obviously heard from a public body. And then he spoke to Ed and tried to coerce Ed into thinking that I was imagining that I've got public bodies communicating about me and targeting abuse towards me.
And this is all about the 5G?
This is all about the 5G and possibly the abuse things that I speak about as well. So Ed jumped in then.
So what happened then? You went in to the meeting and there was...
Well, I was at the meeting from the very beginning, so I've raised the issue insofar as why somebody would be distrustful of the mental health professionals and so on, for good reason, because we all know, for example, that within that, shall we call it, industry, which is dominated by the pharmaceutical industry, headed by the likes of Pfizer, and these are not opinions, but these are facts.
Yeah.
That, for example, Pfizer has received in the USA the biggest fine in history ever, a fine of $250 billion. No other criminal in the world has ever, the mafia has never been fined $250 billion. These are the biggest criminals in the world. And these are the same criminals to whom the medical profession suck up to and won't say a word against. And so why would you think it unlikely that people wouldn't trust the medical profession and so on?
So can I
They
jump in?
have every good reason.
Yeah.
Can I interject
Yeah,
now?
of course.
At which point, Doctor Amarinder Toor compromised and put off his diagnosis of being delusional, and we are going to have a second opinion, and then he discharged me. And
Good.
That was it. So we've compromised, so I'm very happy with that.
Great. Well, listen, I'm glad that you're out because the 3 weeks I've missed you, to be quite honest. I know we've been chatting online and all that kind of stuff, but like, yeah.
And thank you, Keith.
No, being locked up like that,
chats,
they're like quite
all the
literally,
little
guys. You don't understand what it's like to have your freedom and liberty taken away until you actually face it and experience it for the first time. And when you're innocent, that's a completely different thing. If you're guilty for a crime or you've done something wrong, you kind of feel as if your incarceration is for a reason. In these particular cases, like, it quite literally is soul destroying.
I wasn't the only one that was in there. I wasn't the only political
Tell me, remember
prisoner.
there was a woman, did you say they wanted to homeschool her children?
There was a woman that wanted to homeschool her children that had been put in there.
Yeah.
There was not only one child trafficking victim or me being included, but there was a number of child trafficking victims that were being mistreated in there that weren't being understood due to policies of public services, working against victims in this country, and it's not something we can accept anymore.
No. I mean, that's why we're here, is for the children, to be quite honest. Our futures are the generations that come after us, not us. So, yeah, thanks very much for chatting, and I'm glad that you're out, and I'm sure everybody else is. So take care, be good. And bye, Amia.